Right, so we're back on the job with the retaining wall. We can't get the digger back with the auger for maybe another couple of weeks, but we've got the lower retaining wall to finish off, so we had to wait until we got the tanks in. So the tanks are all in now. You'll see that in a separate video. So I really just want to finish off this bottom wall so that we can backfill it, and then we can move into the next layer of the wall. So while we're waiting, Zuma produced a 400 auger, and a mate of mine who remain nameless, Justin Pike, bought one for his post hole borer. So he says he hasn't used it, and he wants me to video it so he can have a decent laugh at me trying to drill a hole 1200 deep with a one-man post hole borer. So we'll give it a crack, see how we go. Well, we're going to have to take it slowly, obviously, but hey, that's working fine. A bit like eating an elephant, you know, a little bit at a time, and we'll eventually get that hole dug. So yeah, good on you, Zuma, buddy. Great little post hole borer. It's probably done, I don't know, hundreds of holes for us, and a 400 auger. Who knew that a one-man post hole borer could drive that thing? Anyway, we'll might show you what it looks like when it's finished. Let's see if I'm still standing. Catch you next time. Right, well, that was 2 holes dug. Took about 45 minutes probably. Not the quickest, but we wasn't expecting anything fantastic. With the extension here, mark it 1200 here, so yeah, as I thought it was going to be pretty slow going, and like we pulled it out, I don't know, probably 10-12 times to clean it off. Found sort of had to keep the soil, the clay off these edges, because it just, anything that just binds it up in the hole just loads it up, but especially since it's only a one-man borer. So, and as most of you will probably comment, you had the edge hitting the retaining wall, you know, how'd you hang on to it, and that makes it easy. Well, we used a bit of wood, so we used it. For the other hole we just used a piece of wood and sort of, you know, just put it across here and just turned it into had my wife holding this side here just to stop it spinning and try and control it as it goes down. So sort of turned it into a 2-man. I think Zuma does have a 2-man one of these, which would make it a damn sight easier. However, doing 400 holes is probably at the limit of it. But if you've got nothing else available, it still does the job, you know, and we'll use it to do the others. And then we'll, once we've got the digger back with the auger on, we'll be able to run around and do the rest of the ones around the rest of the retaining wall. A damn sight easier sitting in a digger. Oh well, here's the lower retaining wall, all pretty much all finished off now. Decided to keep them level and then put the top board on an angle just to go up the drive. Just need to chop the tops of the posts off, but Apart from that, put the capping board on and then going in behind. She's all looking good. That's it. That's the retaining wall. First one. Another 2 layers to go. Looking good though. Catch you next time.
Right, just digging out for the second retaining wall.
Well, here's the holes for the second part of the second level of the retaining wall. Spent a few hours today drilling these out. Another 60 holes. Yeah, thank goodness I didn't have to do these ones by hand. Trust the old digger to do them. Be here for a month of Sundays otherwise. Anyway, just still needs a bit of cleaning up, but that's the holes done, and that'll do for a Sunday. Catch you next time. Wow, here we go. Another fine day. 2 days it took. All the boards on. Look at that. This last wall here was pretty tricky. It took probably about the same amount of time as the rest of the wall took, because it had all the cuts in it, both at the bottom and at the top, to try and keep it looking nice. So that's just the way we've done the wall, kept all the boards level, apart from the top board which follows the contour. Yeah, boards all on. Tomorrow, hopefully, if it's not raining, backfill, and then move on to the last wall, and then we'll be all done. I've just got a machine to help backfill the wall. Catch you next time. Well, that'll be the view eventually. One day from the house. Here we go. Unfortunately, it looks like a clay pit at the moment, but here we are. 2 retaining walls done. Last one to go, so all cut out. We stripped off the top just so I could clearly see where the top was, and all marked out. "56 posts to go." Can't say I'll be sick to see the end of mixing concrete, but there we go. Maybe tomorrow. Catch you next time. There we go. Right, there's the boss. In charge of all the wall, all the posts. Finally in, the last wall. Of the 3. Thought you'd, don't know whether we've explained this before, but how we set up. So we've got a piece of a batten here. Yeah, so that's a metre, well, it's over a metre long, and it's 100 mils from this point to this point, and that's a metre from there to the bottom, or from there to the bottom. Yeah, just put it on the wall, Sean. Show that, and then we put the level on it. End up with a nice post, nice angle on the post. We do one at each end and probably one in the middle, and then we just pull a string line from each end, as you can see, top and bottom, and then that's set. That's just an easy way to set up the angle for all the rest of the posts. Only caution with that is wind, obviously, because wind affects the string lines quite significantly, even over a short distance. So anyway, we've cognizant of that, and you can look down the line and you can see that she's pretty straight. Anyway, onto putting the boards on. Well, here we are, another fine day, thank goodness, and the old wall's fully complete. Well, not fully complete, but nearly complete. It's all backfilled, or nearly backfilled, with scoria, and filled a cloth in there just to stop the dirt from washing through the scoria. So now we've just got to cut off the tops of the posts. You can see we've got a line marked around there. I'll just chainsaw that off close to that line, and then I'll get the planer and we'll plane them all. And this is how we get the mark around the post. This is what happens when you bring your wife to site. Come up with these brilliant ideas. So here's a cake ring with a level on it, magnetic level, and just sits on the back of the wall there. Get it level, mark all the way around, just like that. Move on to the next one. Brilliant. All right, then that'll be ready for the cap, which we're I'll probably go and purchase this weekend. We're going to buy a bit more timber, and we'll cap the whole lot. Anyway, that's how we do that. Have a great day. Catch you next time.